Good morning, market snipers. Welcome back. This is Jesse. We're getting started right at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. This was the usual before the baby, not the usual since the baby. We always started right at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. But since the baby, yeah, we'll blame the baby. We'd start at 9:01, 9:02, 9:03, 9:04. But today, we're starting right at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're new to the channel, awesome. Welcome. And if you're returning, even better. Good to see you back. The first half of the live stream, we will cover Bitcoin. The altcoins continue to bleed over there. Not much happening with them. And then, of course, we'll cover the indices like the NASDAQ, SP 500, maybe the Magnificent Seven, and anything else that kind of jumps out at us and catches our eye. And then the second half of the live stream, early bird gets worm. So put in your chart requests. We will chart them for you. And put in all the details, right? Let me know what the ticker symbol is. Let me know if it's crypto or if it's stock or whatever it is, because sometimes the ticker symbol is both crypto and stock. None of this is scripted. And we want to keep the live streaming. So we don't want any hangups searching for assets. So do all those things and I'll chart your request for you. And we'll try to keep this. Sometimes it runs about an hour. We'll try to keep it about 45 minutes. I got a lot going on behind the scenes, a lot of good stuff. So I'm pretty busy, but want to jump on and do this this live stream. We're doing Tuesdays and Thursdays this week. Next week, I don't think we're going to do a live stream just because the wife will be out of town for work. We talked about this. And so I'll be on the baby night shift all by myself. And then, of course, our nanny comes in the morning. So I may have to catch up on a little bit of sleep with the nannies here next week and take a nap versus doing any live streams. So I don't know. Maybe. I'm not sure, but probably not. Right now, I'm planning on not because based off of past experience watching the baby. Caesar, good morning. And good afternoon to you. Good to see you back here, Caesar. 30, Tanya, 40, good morning. Welcome back. Good to see you back. We will jump right into it. Might as well get going. Bitcoin. $67,000 Bitcoin since March. We have not made a new all-time high. And the low so far was the low is at 49,400-ish. And the high was 74,000-ish, right? So we're somewhere in between there and came up to this range for the first time back in March, and we're still here. So some positives are that the weekly chart is bullish. The trending dots are trending up. The daily chart is bullish, right? The trending dots are trending up. MicroStrategy. Try to get the lips warmed up over here. MicroStrategy. Oh my god, I'm just gonna call it MSTR. That's so much easier. MSTR MicroStrategy made a new all-time high. So we talked about, is that leading the way for Bitcoin? And then since then had the reversal candle. So pumped hard, took out probably a lot of short positions, short squeeze all the way up. And now there's a reverse candle. So we'll keep an eye on that over there for MicroStrategy. So will Bitcoin, and we talked about this as it was happening, but will Bitcoin make a new all-time high with a short squeeze similar to MicroStrategy has? We don't know if it will or not. We don't have a magic crystal ball, but it's just something that we're pointing out that is possible. And then price came back down below the former new all-time high. So there's that, right? There is that. So pump hard. We'll see what happens. The cautions are, even on MicroStrategy, we're going to go back to Bitcoin here in a second, but we're using this as something to keep an eye on. MicroStrategy had that RSI sell signal on the 2-week chart, right? and we talked about how it could still have a massive pump similar to Bitcoin in 2021. There was an RSI sell signal, and then we know in was it April or May 2021, and then Bitcoin had that massive pump from July till November. Even though there was an RSI sell signal, there was a massive bounce. We've been talking about this. We've been covering it basically every live stream that we've been on for since August or more. So this is nothing new. We keep talking about it because a lot of people, you know, probably forget, or maybe you're new. But we keep talking about it because every time price has gone above RSI 85 on the 2-week chart for Bitcoin, this is MSTR, and then had an RSI sell signal, price eventually went back to the 200-week moving average. So is this time different? Possibly, right? Possibly this time is different. I'm not sure why my running app is on. So there's that. It's possible it also puts in bearish divergence on the 2-week chart. Too early to call that as of right now, but it is possible. This would be a high RSI peak. Could put in a lower peak. Could put in bearish divergence, but way too early to call that right now. We'll see. So let's go back to Bitcoin. I'm just pointing that out on because on Bitcoin, again, we had that RSI sell signal back in April 2021, like I've talked about. RSI came all the way down, had that massive rally, all the way up to new all-time highs, right? Similar to just what MSTR just did. And then price came all the way back down the 200-week moving average before ever having another RSI buy signal in February 2023, right? Now we have that RSI sell signal. Could be having a nice, what we called it was an epic bounce. This was an epic bounce, mostly fueled by there was a lot of high leverage. A lot of those companies got exposed, like Three Arrows and blah, blah, blah in 2022. And thinking we were going to $100,000 Bitcoin, thinking we were going to $1 million Bitcoin, and everybody would sail off into the sunset and retire gajillionaires, right? Didn't happen. It didn't happen. So is this just going to be an epic bounce? Price is back above the red trading dots, or let's go over here and load up on. Let's go over here and warm up the trigger fingers real quick. Okay, smash that like button, hit that repost button, and give me a quick emoji over here. Help me with the algorithms. I'd appreciate it. Keep the live streaming, but also having tracker, right? Or is the Bitcoin cycle still valid, right? So what's going to give? Will it be similar to RSI sell signal of 2021? Or is it going to be closer to the Bitcoin halving, right? The Bitcoin halving cycles where it follows similarly to these patterns over here. Or like we talked about in the last live stream, it's possible to do both, right? It's possible to do both. So that would be interesting, and that would be similar to what we covered on the last live stream, which is this over here. So the last live stream we talked about this, right? What if what if price comes all the way up, liquidates all those shorts, comes all the way down from the RSI sell signal, right? Liquidates those longs, comes back to the 200-week moving average, and then takes off to the upside after that. That's a possibility. So we'll see how it plays out, but that would be playing more of like the liquidation games over there. So we'll see. But that is, of course, a possibility as well. And that would still line up with, let's clean some of this up real quick. Right. So that would still line up with the cycle, because you would see, like, on the halving tracker, you get that first initial pump up, right? Comes back down for consolidation, maybe all the way back down to the 200-week moving average. You can see it over here, and then find support, bounce all the way up, and then peak about the same time as the halving tracker in 2025. And then we'll see how it goes after that. That is a possibility. We'll see how it goes. This would also, like I said, this scenario would wipe out the short liquidations of 3x, 5x, and 10x. There's like $1 billion at least, I think. I don't know. I haven't looked at the exact numbers, but there's about at least $1 billion of short liquidations up to 80,000. And then there's like 3 to 5 times more than that. So call it $3 to $5 billion worth of long liquidations below 50,000, down all the way down to 32,000. So it may not go that low, because as it's getting closer and closer, traders will be closing out the positions. So maybe it comes all the way back down, retests, target 2, target 3, and the 200-week moving average, finds support, and then just goes hard to the upside. It's a scenario. We don't know. We don't have a magic crystal ball. This is not my official call, right? People, well, are you bullish or are you bearish, right? Well, I'm a swing trader on the daily chart. This is the 2-week chart. So we're just talking about it as possible scenarios. So if you look at it from my standpoint, the daily chart had a buy signal back here at 62,000. The last one, it was closed back above the trailing dots, which is completely different than this buy signal below the trailing dots. So back here, we're talking about, I'm not really paying attention to this buy signal because it's below the trailing dots, came all the way back down. But this buy signal back above the trailing dots, I was paying attention to, just like I wasn't paying that much attention to this sell signal over here above the trailing dots, but this sell signal over here, I was, right? So that's the difference. Got rejected here at this horizontal daily candle close. So we'll see what happens. Could come back down, let the trading dots kind of catch up, but it is currently bullish on the daily chart, currently bullish on the weekly chart and 2-week chart. So we'll see what happens, but there are warning signs with the RSI sell signal. So that's Bitcoin. We'll see what happens in the near future. So what else? So I had that one on there. This is the weekly chart, or the 2-week chart. Here's the weekly chart. Look at it, right? Had a weekly close, not once, but possibly twice over here, back above this horizontal over here. This diagonal, right? Drawn from wick to wick here, extended out. It got rejected once, twice, 3 times. So it is breaking above it. And then you got this weekly horizontal over here as well. So, woo, that's Bitcoin right now. You can see the trailing dots are still pretty low over here. So we'll see if price starts taking off to the upside, the trailing dots start to move up as well. Bitcoin dominance still dominating, right? This is the 4th. This target wasn't drawn yesterday, right? This target was not drawn yesterday. I shared a chart from April 2023 when the first target was hit. This target was drawn out way back here, end of 2022, when we were first buying Bitcoin at $16,800. There's 4 longer term targets that were drawn out. 3 out of the 4 targets have been hit so far on Bitcoin dominance. There's a lot of quote unquote experts who sell courses that were saying that 60% would never happen because they're really into altcoins, right? So their bias got to them. They didn't think 60% or higher was possible. And here we are, still bullish, right? So did have that one sell signal on the weekly chart over here. And then it quickly reversed back around. So that's the one possible alt season fake out was January 2024. And altcoins were pumping. They were pumping all the way till March as well. And then Bitcoin just kind of reversed. Bitcoin dominance reversed back around. It's been bullish ever since the third week of January. And like I said, this sell signal over here was above the trending dots. This is the first and only sell signal below the trending dots. Other than that, it's been an uptrend, and it's been a buy signal since the last January. So Bitcoin dominance continues to dominate, and it's closing in on the fourth target that was drawn out at the bottom. Not recently. We're not the hindsight crew. We are the foresight crew. So it's taken a long time to get here. You can see we're drawing it out way back here, all those targets. And you can even see like that, right? That's terrible, but I'm not going to, I guess I could draw a trend line, but see, I was breaking out back here, and there was a buy signal, and then the dominance kind of took over from there, December 2022. And of course, Bitcoin price was also taken off there. So one target remains. Could it go higher? Sure. But I only drew 4 targets for a reason. We'll see if the fourth one gets hit. It's literally less than a little bit more than 1% away. Call it 2%. Let's just call it 2% away from hitting the fourth target. And the percentage getting back above 60% for the first time since March 2021, right? Since March 2021. So we'll see what happens. That's Bitcoin dominance. And then, of course, let's look at these altcoins, right? That's all we could say. So Ethereum still bullish on the daily chart. Still has only hit 3 out of the 4 targets. The fourth target would be up here, but I changed it to the ellipse according to TradingView. I call it an oval. Both are probably true, right? Depending on where you live in the world or TradingView. So you got a gap at $3,000 on the CME futures. So I put that on the chart. There's a confluence of reasons why price could go back up into that area. When, we don't know, but it's above target 1, consolidating just below target 2, and hasn't retested target 3 yet. So we'll see how it goes, but it is currently bullish on the daily chart. Zach, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Real quick. Let's go back over here. How are we doing on likes? Where are we at? 3 likes? That's it? Oh, goodness. Oh, 14 wins in a row. Oh, Jesse. Yep, that was I haven't even kept up with the net wins, but I think it was like net $1,000 yesterday. There was like 5 calendar days that right, 12 wins in a row. The next loss is around the corner. True, but at the same time, I had 2 more wins since then. Oh, I didn't even repost that. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. There you go. That's fun. 377. That's the net. This is gross. This is talking about gross return, right? And then of course, based off of like back testing results, this is actual net results, right? 2 different things. What else? Yep. Yep, my old office looks comfortable. Yep. Okay. All right. Well, let's get back to it. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Grant. Yep. Longtime market sniper. Shout out to Grant. Thanks for posting. He's one of the first 10 that I've chosen to be a part of the Trading Bot beta test group. And he's experienced, I think he's 4-0 on the wins. Kept telling him, hey, the next loss is around the corner, but he's only experienced 4 wins so far. No losses as of yet, but probably the near future, right? At least 4 wins. I'd have to look back when he joined in, but only 10 people. I've only had 10 people sign up so far. There's a pretty long wait list. And, if you're watching this and you are in the Discord and you're in the Market Sniper, I've received some direct messages about like updates on the wait list. There's no need to ask for updates. I post announcements and I tag everyone. So keep an eye on the announcements. Keep an eye on the public. Well, it's private in the Discord, but the public trading bot updates. I'm posting the wins and the losses, both of them, what happens in there for the whole Discord. And then I have 2 private trading bot channels just for the 10 who signed up that I chosen from the wait list. And there's quite a bit more people waiting on the wait list. So I'll get to you, but I got to get the first 10 all dialed in, all set up. Takes a little bit longer. I'm not in a hurry. I didn't need to sell this to anyone. It's more of a thank you to all the people who've been in the sniper Discord for, any length of time. A lot of you have been in there for 2 years. So you're getting priority. So if you've been in there 2 years and based off of your answers in the wait list, and if you're in recorded coaching versus the regular $29 package, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, that's who I've chosen to be on the trading bot. But you just got to be patient, just like in trading. You got to be patient. Patient. No need to follow up. Sometimes the squeaky wheel gets the grease, and other times it just becomes annoying. So where are you? Are you the squeaky wheel or are you getting annoying? All good, all good, all good. I could see that you want to be the squeaky wheel to get in, and I get it. I get it. I'm not upset whatsoever. I'm just letting you know. I will make an announcement. You won't miss anything. So just keep your notifications on if you're in the Discord, and keep your eye on. Check the announcements, and I'll make an announcement when the next wave, and then I'll send you an email. So you won't be missed. And if you miss the email, I'll message you like a day or 2 later. Someone missed their email, went into their junk, whatever. I'll still track you down and say, hey, I sent you an email. If you don't want to do it, no problem. I don't care. It's I'm not like making anyone do it whatsoever. But if you choose that you want to do it, then I'll follow up with you so that you don't miss out on the opportunity. Daniel Sun, as someone who has been in the mortgage industry, what are your thoughts on the short-term effects of the recent rate cut? Just follow the 10-year treasury. Daniel Sun. 10-year treasury, the 30-year mortgage rates follow that. So just follow that. That's what I would say. I've been following the 10-year treasury for a very, very, very long time. And we'll circle back to the 10-year treasury. We'll look at it. But you could literally just throw on the sharpshooter candles 3.1 and know which direction it's going for rates. And you don't have to pay for who is that? Barry Habib's service to forecast when the rates are going to go up or down, because he's wrong often, and he charges a lot. You could just literally put on the sharpshooter candles 3.1 and be more dialed in than Barry Habib, who sells mortgage industry expert insights of where the rates are going to go, right? I'm still new here, but and funny spelling. Yep. Cool. Yep. Good morning. Welcome. What else? So that's Ethereum, Solana. Still bullish on the daily chart. Has hit 4 out of 4 targets. I'm only showing one target because it was getting in the way of my bullish divergence that was over here. So if you zoom in, it says bullish divergence, but if you zoom out, it doesn't. So, but it does say bullish divergence over there. Still bullish on the daily chart as of right now. Sand still has not hit target 1. Targets are still valid. Near hit 3 out of 4 targets to the upside. Still has not hit the 4th target. Filecoin, they all look the same to me. Mana, Algo, Cardano. There's not much really to update. It's been down only since March 2024. Put in all this bullish divergence. Now it's going through a bottoming phase. So when, we don't know, but it seems like it's going through the bottoming phase, and eventually the ship should get turned around. When? We don't know. Is it 100% guaranteed? No. But it seems like the probabilities are pretty high that at least some of these that have not hit target 2 or target 3, seems like the probabilities that at least target 2 will be hit. But when, I don't know. Dot, they all look similar to me. AVAX, Chainlink, right? Still holding on to those targets, right? Fetch, 2 out of 4 targets to the upside so far. That's it. Another pending sell signal over there. If we can draw a diagonal to the downside, we can also draw it to the upside. Fetch.ai. So you got this upward trend line, and then you start building it out, right? Uptrend as of right now. See if it finds support. That's kind of the way I look at it now. So it broke this downward trend. Now it's an upward trend. So that's kind of the way we're watching it right now. Rari, Rarible, nothing. Just nothing. Just going through the bottoming phase, right? They all look very similar. Switch gears, NASDAQ. We've been talking about it since back here, right? Will it make a new all-time high similar to the SP 500 and the Dow Jones? That's the question. That is the question. Will it make a new all-time high similar to the SP 500 and the Dow Jones? It has not as of yet. SP 500 has made a new all-time high, is above it, right? It's got this longer term target that has not hit as of yet. We'll see if it does or not. Dow Jones is making a new all-time high as of right now. There is longer term targets to the upside. We'll see if it does or not. Russell 2000 trying to take out this pivot point over here, but it's not an all-time high. The all-time high was in November 2021. Never made a new all-time high. That is the one thing that is different on the Russell 2000 compared to the other 3 indices, is that the Russell never made a new all-time high, unlike the NASDAQ, SP 500, and Dow Jones. Woo! Yep. Cool. The overall thought is they pump hard and they dump hard. So you have to be aware that they do that. And you have to be aware that it's like catching lightning in a bottle, which I've said for years. It's like catching lightning in a bottle. It pumps hard and they dump hard. So if you don't know what you're doing and it starts pumping hard and you're good at the buy signal, but you're not good at the sell signal, then you probably are going to get wrecked, right? You're probably going to get wrecked. So that's my thoughts on it. Yes, you could catch lightning in a bottle. Yes, you can make money quickly. Yes, you could lose money quickly, right? I've seen them pump hundreds of percent very quickly, followed by 50, 60, 70% dump very quickly as well. So those are my overall thoughts in general. Dollar. Ooh, the dollar, right? Breaking news. The dollar, I'm going to have to repost this one. The dollar has hit 4 out of 4 targets to the upside. Boom, right? Now, we're going to move these arrows over here, back above. Here, let's move this over here like that. So 4 out of 4 targets to the upside. You got the dollar. If the dollar breaks through the 4th target and flips that resistance into support, then see double arrow to the upside. Price is getting extended away from the trending dots. We did talk about it all the way back here. It was getting oversold. Started to have reverse candles. There was bullish divergence, rejected from the 200-week moving average several times, and then had that candle close back above the more aggressive downward trend line, had a candle close back above the trending dots. The trending dots started to flip around. Then we had the buy signal, broke out of the less aggressive downward trend line, and now it's hit 4 out of 4 targets to the upside. It's ultra bullish on the daily chart. There's a pending buy signal on the weekly chart. There is a pending buy signal on the 2-week chart. Not seen since August 2021. Monthly chart has a pending buy signal. There was a pending buy signal back here. Buy signal, or there was a buy signal back here. There's a buy signal back here. So all things to consider over there on the dollar, right? On the dollar. So be careful of all the talking heads out there. Be careful of all the experts, right? Dollar theory, all that stuff. We just watch the charts. You got it. You got it. Long time market snapper. Good to see you on here. If you have any follow-up questions, we will take a look at CLSK. We will take a look at the Bitcoin mining stocks. So with that said, of my own general thought on it, I'll still cover it. So I'll still cover it because at the end of the day, I don't give financial advice. Obviously, none of this is financial advice. Obviously, this is for educational purposes only, and hopefully we have some entertainment along the way. But I will still chart it for you, and I'll still look at it if it's bullish or bearish. And at the end of the day, you're going to make your own decisions in life, and you're going to try to catch lightning in a bottle, or you're not, right? Good morning, Lawrence. Welcome back. Lawrence, always a shout out to you. Thank you for always being on both apps, YouTube and Twitter, helping me out with the algorithms on both of them. I appreciate that. What else? The VIX, not much happening. Higher low. Will it put in another higher low? Possible. There's still a gap at $36 to be aware of. Apple, green arrow up, red arrow down. Pretty simple, right? Hut, still bullish on the daily chart. Has hit 2 out of the 4 targets to the upside, right? Hit 2 out of the 4 targets to the upside so far. Tiny gap at $17, almost $18. Still bullish though. Bitfarm, no buy signal yet on Bitfarm. No pending buy signal as of yet. This is no longer a higher low. This could be a higher low. MACD, pending bullish crossover right now in the sharpshooter candles 3.1. Thank you, Sharpshooter Candles 3.1, for letting us know in real time of a pending MACD bullish crossover. Appreciate your work. Oh, you're so silly, Jesse. This was not a low. This was a low. Is this a higher low? Is this a higher low over here? That's what I'm pointing out. There was a buy signal over here on Marathon Digital Holdings, aka Mara, aka Mara, however you pronounce it. Buy signal breaking out, has the daily chart over there. Also, if Bitcoin is bullish, probably should see Bitcoin mining stocks also be bullish. It's possible. And when they pump hard, right? They're going to pump harder than Bitcoin, most likely. But don't forget to take profits along the way. Have a plan before you ever hit the buy signal. Before you ever hit the buy signal, make sure you have a plan. Make sure you have a take profit strategy. Make sure you have in case of emergency, close out your position. Make sure there's a sell signal in there. Are you taking profit at target 1? Are you taking profit at target 2, target 3, target 4? A combination of all of them, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. CLSK, speaking of, there is a small gap at $13.26. CLSK did have a buy signal back on the 11th, and it's been bullish since. And we talked about this gap getting filled over here from February 8th all the way through here. All of this chop, just crazy amounts of chop. And we talked about it all through here. Is it one of the only Bitcoin mining stocks that have not filled that gap from February? Will it? Will it? Will it? Will it fill the gap? Will it fill the gap? Will it fill the gap? We talked about it for at least 3 to 4 months. We talked about will it fill that gap all the way since it created that gap. And then, of course, in August, it filled that gap. And then it went even lower after that. So we talked about it. We covered it. We were talking about it over here. There's a lot of experts out there on Twitter calling for CLSK right here in July, going to the moon. They're loading up on long options. There's no way those options made money when they were taking long option plays. Maybe they did it like 2 years out, but they're currently worth 0, right? Maybe they'll make money off of it if they went out like 1 year out from July. But right now they're actually worth 0. And with time decay, price would probably have to go all the way up to like $26 for them to like break even, and probably a lot higher than that for them to make money, depending on what their strike price was, how far they went out. But if they're taking call positions, buying calls in July, they're currently worthless. Those call options are currently worthless. So just be aware who's gambling out there. Chief Diaper Changer reporting live. Where are we at? 38 minutes? Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Iris Energy getting close to hitting target 2. We talked about the buy back here. We talked about the bearish divergence hitting a key target area, and then the breakdown. And now we're talking about price coming up into target 2. We're talking about the last breakout. We're going to make it, hopefully. Still bullish on the daily chart. Same thing. We talked about this breakout. We talked about this bearish divergence followed by a reverse candle. And here we are back over here on we're going to make it. I didn't draw the targets. I was lazy. Cypher Mining is currently above target 2, currently above the 200-week moving average. It's starting to become a grown-up asset, starting to form a 200-week moving average, and it's currently above that right now. Riot breaking out. Breaking news. They're breaking out over here on Riot for this longer-term downward trend line. Is this a low? Is this a higher low? That's what we've been talking about. That's what we've been covering. Hive, still bullish on the daily chart. MIGI had a big move yesterday. I posted about it. Making a move. There was a buy signal yesterday. It moved like 8 or 9%. It's currently up 1.37% right now. Lemonade had a pretty good move so far. Still bullish on the daily chart. PayPal. Uh, there is bearish divergence followed by an R-size sell signal on PayPal. But as you know, according to all of my live streams and my posts, I am bullish on PayPal long term. The higher time frames are bullish, but doesn't mean on the daily chart, if you're swing trading it, you might be considering to take profit in the near future. There could be a pullback, which would be a buying the dip opportunity. I'm not talking about shorting it. I'm talking about the next buy the dip opportunity. There is bearish divergence. It could come in for a pullback. It would be healthy to have a pullback, whether it's $70, $74, $66, right? There's a small gap over here, tiny gap. There's a tiny gap here, right? So those are all, that is positive, right? It is positive. It is healthy to have pullbacks along the way, but that's my overall thought. So longer term, higher time frames, I'm bullish. It's currently still bullish right now, but pullbacks are healthy on PayPal. SoFi, similar thoughts. Woo, got rejected the 200-week moving average, starting to form a 200-week moving average. Currently ultra bullish. Got pretty far extended away from the trailing dots. What a move that's been so far. Short squeeze. Woo, what else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Oof. Ugh. uh, Moscow Exchange. I haven't looked at that in a long time. Wow, what a bounce that was! Unbelievable. When we went on our honeymoon to Belize, I thought it was funny to say it's. Well, they used to say it. They say it. It's unbelievable, right? So we talked about the big move down on the Moscow Exchange way back here in October 2021, and then of course in February the war started, but the correction already happened. It was not a black swan event. February 2022. Uh, it may have helped push the markets down more. However, the bear market had already started. We talked about it even in the Discord. It started to find bottom, started to break back up, made a new massive all-time high over there on the Moscow Exchange. And now, despite that it's been in like the war talks with the Ukraine, despite all of that, it's still made a new all-time high all the way over here in June 2024. And now it's starting to look like a correction is due. Hit all four of those targets and then some, right? Hit all of those targets were mapped out at the bottom, smashed through all of them, made a new all-time high, blah, blah, blah. Similar to Meta, right? Talked about Meta as well. And now it's back into putting in lower highs, bearish on the weekly chart. Could come back and retest the 200-week moving average. Moscow has changed. Yes, we look at that too. Let's look at the 10-year yield. Where is it? Where is 10-year gold? Let's look at gold. Gold still ultra bullish on the weekly chart. Still, right? So that big cup and handle pattern, right? Potential. I have it up to about 2782. It's pretty close to that. So close enough, but still ultra bullish on the monthly chart, 2-week chart, weekly chart, and the daily chart is bullish, right? And the daily chart is bullish on gold. Uh just crashing down. Is that still a gap over there? Maybe. Uh, what else? That's natural gas. 10-year yield. Where is the 10-year yield? I had it more organized than this at one time, but with all the requests out there, yeah, I'll blame you. 10-year yield. 10-year yield. I'll will it. I'll will it. There it is. There it is. Found it. Found it. Found it. Found it. Yep. So there was bullish divergence, right? So, like I said, you don't need Daniel Sun. You don't need to worry about the rate cuts. You just need to, if you're looking for thoughts on mortgages, whether you're refinancing, whether you're going to buy a house, or you're in the mortgage industry, or you're a realtor, or a part of that whole industry, you only have to look at the 10-year yield. You don't have to subscribe to Barry Habib or whoever. And I'm not picking on Barry, but am I? I guess I am. But all you have to do is be able to look at the 10-year yield. This is the daily chart. There was bullish divergence on the 10-year yield, even picked up on the sharpshooter RSI 2.0. Bullish divergence followed by a buy signal. We talked about it. We covered it that most likely we're going to see higher rates because of the 10-year yield is flipping back bullish and is due for a bounce. So it's currently bullish on the daily chart, back above 4%. We were talking about it way back here. We did not think it was going back to 1% as of over here because there's bullish divergence. Started to flip back around. Thought at least a bounce is coming, at least. Weekly chart had a buy signal as well. There are longer term targets to the upside over here. We don't know if that will get hit or not. Could always come back down and retest the 200-week moving average. That's about 3%. But as of right now, we don't have anything talking about the 1% over here as of right now. It's bouncing as of right now, and we'll see if it puts in lower highs or not. So you got a high over here. Oh, let me get rid of that one too. And then we got a lower high over here on the weekly chart. So redraw some of this. So you got that. And then you've got lower high, right? You've got a lower, ooh, already got one drawn. Just got to make it bigger. Ooh, right? And then you got a low. And then after this bullish divergence, but you also have a higher low. So on the daily chart, it's bouncing. And on the weekly chart, it's currently putting in lower highs and lower lows. So we'll see what happens. Could get rejected here, this downward trend line, after and or bounce up maybe 4.25, and then we'll see from there. But currently bullish on the weekly chart, currently bullish on the daily chart, and it is bouncing as of right now, right? Bouncing. That's about it. That's about it. That's all I got on the 10-year yield. Hopefully that helps. Yep. Okay. What else? How are we doing? How are we doing over here? 13 likes. We'd like a lot more than that. Get it? We would like a lot more likes than 13. Help me, help you, help me. Let's go. What else? Help me get motivated, right? Help me stay motivated to do these live streams. The StreamYard that I use to do this costs me money every month. I do enjoy doing it, but also got to help keep me motivated to do them as well, because we were doing them 5 days a week or every day that the markets were open. But I have a lot on my plate, and we're not getting like 50 to 100 likes. If we did, I'd probably be more motivated to do them. But then we dropped down to 3 days a week, and now we're back to Tuesday. Now we're to Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we don't know. Maybe nothing next week. Maybe. If I have enough sleep, it's up to the baby. If I have enough sleep, we'll blame the baby. And that my wife's out of town for work. I may do a live stream. I may do it. I don't know. Maybe Tuesday and Thursday. I don't know. but they'd probably be shorter for sure. So just leave that 50 minutes in. Anything else? Anything else that jumps out? Oh, let's take a look at U.S. oil. U.S. oil still below the 200-week moving average. U.S. oil still bearish on the daily chart. U.S. oil still below the 200-week moving average. U.S. oil still bearish on the weekly chart, right? U.S. oil still below the 200-week moving average. U.S. oil still bearish on the 2-week chart. So we'll find bottom here. I don't know, but it just took out this pivot point with this lower closes over here, and so the lowest 2-week candle close all the way since 2021, right? So we will see what happens with U.S. oil. What else? Monthly chart. Monthly chart is bearish. The 2-week chart is bearish. The weekly chart is bearish. And the daily chart is bearish. Oh. That's a big move down, right? So Nvidia went ultra bullish all the way up with a parabolic move to the upside, similar to super microcomputers. And then super microcomputers after that had a 70% drop so far, right? So it's catching a bounce right now. Will it be sold off? Will it come back and retest the 200-week moving average? We don't know. But super microcomputers had that big move to the upside, followed by almost a 70% drop so far. Will NVIDIA have something similar? It's possible, right? It's possible. So had that massive move up, and then you had 35% drop, followed by the rally to all-time new highs, double top possibly over here. Could it be possible that there's a 70% drop similar to super microcomputers? That's 35. That's 45. This gap is 51-ish. Small gap. Is it small? No, that's a bigger gap. 65%, 70% similar to super microcomputers all the way down to the 200-week moving average. And then there's a massive gap, like a 20% gap all the way down at $30. It's possible. When? We don't know. But there is bearish divergence. There is a possible double top scenario over here. And 2 out of the 4 targets been hit so far. And we'll see what happens over there on NVIDIA. Probably going to sound crazy. Grant, one of the 10 market snipers who made it into the trading bot beta test. Good to see you on here. Life is good. Thank you. You must have had your swim in already. Grant is an avid swimmer over there in Australia. And if you're in Australia and you need real estate needs, talk to Grant. I'm not going to share his phone number or anything like that, but you could probably track Grant down on Twitter as well. If you need real estate, whatever you're doing in real estate in Australia, I know Australia is big. It's a big continent, but maybe Grant could help you or refer you to someone who could help you in your area. That's Grant. Yeah, I help the market snipers out. Life is good. Good to see you. Good to see you on here. Woo-wee. That's NVIDIA. Is it similar to super microcomputers? Ooh, a lot of people will be rug pulled on that one if it is. Meta made a new all-time high. Has a pretty big gap down there. What else? Amazon, Microsoft, right? Microsoft, yep. Tesla, Apple, We've covered these so many times. Google. All right, that's about it. There. What else? What else? Oof. Oof. Yeah, I think we're gonna call it. Well, we're about 55 minutes anyway, so thank you for all of your support. I appreciate all of you. We'll continue to sniper the markets together. Not sure we're going to sniper the markets together next week on the live streams, but I'll continue to post charts and I'll continue to post charts in the Discord. If you're in the Discord and you want me to chart a request for you, do a chart request for you, let me know. Tag me in the Discord. Or if you have a more personal question about your situation or whatever, you can always direct message me. If I don't see it right away or get back to you within a couple days, tag me a second time. But give me a couple days to get back to you. Sometimes I see it and I forget to respond, but then I usually remember and circle back. And so there's that. With that, hope you have a good rest of your day. Have a great weekend. I will be posting charts on Twitter and Discord and all that stuff tomorrow, probably Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all that stuff. I'm just saying for the live stream, have a good weekend. So ABC, you got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. Did you have whiff today? No. No, we're going to call it now. This is a late request. So sorry, Memento Mori forever. With that, have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you on the next live stream. Adios.